So I just wanted to make a video since I got my downpipes on. Now that my car is almost fully straight piped. I have downpipes. Of course, you'll have the first resonator delete, and when I bought this car, it already had a secondary resonator and muffler delete on it. The only thing is the bridge pipe connected to the turbos between the downpipes, which I probably won't do just because it's such a high cost. But other than that, it's basically fully straight pipes. You can see I have the OEM cats here. I figured I would just make a little video going over what it's like. First of all, as far as getting the OEM cats out, it isn't too bad. Basically up here, it's kind of hard to see because of the light. But you have two 13mm bolts, and you'll have two O2, oh, you can barely see that, two O2 sensors basically, and then you go all the way back here, two clamps that feed to the first resonator, or after the first resonator I should say, which is right here. I basically, once the car was shut off, sprayed WD-40 on the O2 sensors where they thread in, and the bolts. As far as these clamps back here, that was the only issue I had. I had to cut the basically cut the clamps because it was so rusted out. It was just not going to come off. I wasn't able to get the O2 sensors out without unplugging them. Like I said, heat gun, WD-40. I did have to use a pretty long extension, swivel socket, and an O2 socket set. If you have any questions, obviously drop them in the comments. Like I said, these are the OEM downpipes, which are worth actually quite a bit of money. But as far as the downpipes that I got, they were actually custom. There's someone around me, if you're in Metro Detroit, I would highly recommend, just because the price is so much better. It's about 700 bucks, and they are Cerakote, which I wasn't too familiar with, but I guess it helps with heat dissipation, and I'm not sure if it makes a difference in sound. And like I said, already had the car with the secondary resonator and muffler delete. The downpipes are actually made for E63, so I did have to get them welded. Basically where these clamps would be, I did have to get it welded on there. You will have a check engine light, of course, being catless. Honestly, this car isn't too loud considering that it is almost fully straight piped. I do not have intakes or intake spacers yet. Not that they will really change the sound too much. But like I said, it isn't too loud on cold starts, and when you floor it, it's obviously going to open up and be pretty loud. But as far as just driving around pretty normally and tame, it's actually not too bad, because you do have the turbos that will quiet down the exhaust. As you can see, go over to my tips back here. I'll definitely post a sound clip, but you can't even see the tips, but they're back in there. It's just basically they used some sort of leftover piping, which it doesn't sound best just because of the material that they used. It's not horrible though. I think it sounds pretty good. These V8s, the M278 and M157, do kind of have a rougher sound, as I would describe it. But like I said, it does sound good. I do have a lot more pops, especially between 2,000 and 3,000 RPM. You will get pops. As far as power difference, I do not have a tune. I did notice a little power difference, but without a tune, you won't really notice too much. Kind of same thing with the gas mileage. When you're not on it a bunch, you maybe get a little bit better gas mileage, but the tune is going to be really what makes a big difference. These cars can make over 600 horsepower with just intake and downpipes. Like I said, install wasn't too bad. I did do it in my garage on jack stands, which was probably the difficult part of the job. If you want to take it somewhere, definitely would not recommend against it. Definitely would not be a bad idea at all. If you have a good shop that will get them for you. But so far I do like it. It sounds good. The only issue was the brackets, because they are E63 downpipes. They don't match up perfectly. Again, my car is a 2014 E550, so a little bit different than an E63, considering I have the M278, but they are decently similar. Of course, you will get a decent amount of smell if you're straight pipe like I am. I'm not sure what it would smell like if you still had some muffler or exhaust in. You do get a smell, 100%. I don't really mind it too much, but some people might. Here in Michigan, we don't have to worry about any emissions testing or anything like that. For the most part, that's not going to be an issue. Of course, this being a turbo car, the less back pressure you have, the better. That's what I'm going for, is just as much power as possible. Plan to get the intakes, aftermarket intakes, and intake spacers, and then get a tune, see what kind of power this thing can make. Definitely with no tune though, it's still pretty fun. And finally, of course, you will definitely hear the turbo spool pretty much all the time. It does sound pretty nice in my opinion. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I will put some clips of how it sounds, of course. But thanks for watching. Let me know anyone else out there who is straight piped, has down pipes, or looking to get down pipes. And yeah, see you next time.